Okay, looks like we are ready to go. Um, so first, I just want to welcome everyone to this business opportunity presentation. If you don't know, my name is Matthew Hickey. My wife Tanya and I have been Advocare product users and distributors since May of 2010. And we're excited to give you a vision of hope and possibilities for 2015. And as we're going through this, if you have questions on the right-hand side of your screen, there should be a chat box there. So feel free to ask questions. Now, our goal in sharing the opportunity is really to get you to start thinking outside the box. Now, most of us grew up and were raised with that mindset of going to school, getting a job, retiring, and then hopefully you have made and hopefully saved enough to take you until the end. But we know that's really just not the case for most people. What we hear is most people, when they retire, they're taking on additional jobs just to make ends meet. But it doesn't have to be that way. Advocare truly is the average person's opportunity to earn above average income. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it's easy, but it is a simple system, which if you follow it, it's going to be so rewarding. Now, don't get scared that I said it's not easy. What I really mean by that is it's so hard to kind of get out of the 9 to 5 mentality and into the entrepreneur mindset. For most people, it's just uncomfortable. It's that unknown. But the reality is, if you don't take the chance or if you don't change, how is 2015 going to look any different than 2014? Heck, how is the next 5, 10, or 15 years going to look if something doesn't change? With Advocare, you have a simple system that is proven. And if you're coachable, if you can devote a few hours a week, if you love helping people and you truly care about others, you'll go far. And Advocare is meant to be a Plan B business built around your current lifestyle. So it's not to replace your Plan A job unless you design it and build it to do so. So one of the biggest questions that we get is, well, why Advocare? And that's a great question. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about. But as I just stated, Advocare is the average person's opportunity to earn above average income. And let's be honest, we all like nice things. We want more for ourselves, for our families. But the reality is our current incomes don't afford us the lifestyles that we want. For most, there's more month left at the end of the money, which is not a good position to be in, as you can imagine. But we have credit cards, right? So that can allow you to purchase the things that you want with someone else's money and pay a premium for it. But this opens up a whole new world of hurt. But we do it anyway, right? We get the cards, we get that immediate gratification for those things that we want, but really we're just prolonging the pain of paying it off. Same can go for mortgages and payments on cars. So what if you had a way to become debt-free? It's often said that there's no freedom like debt freedom. And maybe you just want to earn enough to pay a car note or your mortgage payment, and that's great. But what if it's a deeper purpose to be a work-from-home mom or dad, to raise a family yourself, not putting your children in daycare? Or maybe it's to travel with your spouse more and take a vacation when you want to without having to ask a boss. Advocare can be that answer for you. So what I want to do is just take a few minutes to go over who Advocare is and what we do. And what Advocare does is we help people in 2 key areas in their lives. And it's the 2 areas that America needs the most. People need to improve their health. We've got a huge issue with obesity rates, and Advocare has a solution for that. And whether your goal is weight management or sports performance, or maybe you're just looking for general wellness, we have products for you. We have over 70 different products. So as a business opportunity, we have solutions for everyone. And then also there's that financial side of Advocare, where we help people earn extra income to kind of just supplement their Plan A income. Give them that little extra income to pay off those credit cards or to be able to take trips and just do the things to enjoy life. So we have something for both of those. And as a distributor, you can be the one that's providing that to your friends and family. Now, if you're just hearing about Advocare for the first time, just be aware we were founded back in '93, so we're over a 21-year-old company, and we truly do have world-class nutritional products, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But what's really great about Advocare is there are 4 relationships. So from a business standpoint, this is great because somebody may not be interested in the business side. They may not even be interested in a discount on the products. They just want to buy it directly from you. And that is an option for them. So when you're talking to somebody, it's very simple to be able to share these relationships and let them know, hey, look, there's no catch. You can order it directly from me. But what I want to go over is a little bit more of these 2, 3, and 4 relationships, because this is where the business opportunity comes into play. So anybody can be a retail customer. They can go directly to somebody who is a distributor, purchase products, either hand to hand, or they can go online and order and it'll ship to them. But you can also become what we call a wholesale or a discount customer. And at this level, for $79, you can join Advocare, and you can also become a distributor where you're sharing product. You can get a 20% discount, which means you also earn 20% anytime that you sell products. But what's great about this, if you can just wrap your mind around that $79, that gets you a ready-to-go business. Now, some of you may say, hey, you know what, 20% sounds good, but I want to maximize my discount and maximize my earnings. So how do I do that? Well, the next 2 relationships, really the only difference here is mindset. So a distributor at the level 3 is more a hobby distributor, somebody who's just casually sharing products with friends and family, really not plugging into the systems that Advocare has in place, not going to events, probably not even watching webinars like this, but they're just casually sharing, and that's great. But for those of you that are on this webinar, hopefully you're at that number 4. You've got that business mindset. You're willing to do what's necessary to achieve those things in life that you want. You're willing to plug into the webinars, to go to the events, to talk to as many people as you can. Now, what's great about all of these relationships, never a monthly minimum or an auto ship requirement. You simply order what you want when you want it. Same thing is going to go for your customers. So with Advocare, there are options for us, and we're never tied into anything. And let's talk a little bit about the products, because that's what we sell. So if you want to earn income in Advocare, you need to feel comfortable about the products and what we offer. So Advocare understood that. They said, look, we need to make sure that when we're developing these products, we're developing them on the latest science, not fads. So they put together the Advocare Scientific and Medical Advisory Board, and these are doctors at the highest levels of their fields. And we're not going to go over each one of them, but I highly recommend that you research these doctors outside of Advocare. Dr. Dudrick, you may not know his name, but you definitely know what he invented. Back in the late 60s, early 70s, he pioneered the nutrition that goes into the IV, keeps people alive. He has saved millions of lives. And also Dr. Carl Keene, one of the top researchers in the world on nutrition and toxicology. These are the doctors that are formulating our products. And the reason they work with Advocare is because they know Advocare is only going to put quality products out there. They're not going to tarnish their reputation that they have taken decades to build. And they also do Advocare because it puts them on the preventive side of medicine instead of always being on the reactive side. Advocare also comes together with a company called Informed Choice. This is a third-party company that tests Advocare products for over 200 banned substances and impurities. And what's great about that is it just means that what's on the box is in the product. Nothing more, nothing less. And the same thing, what's on the label, or what's in the product's on the label. So you know what you're getting out of that product is safe. And then we also have hundreds of world-class endorsers that use our products. Now, one of the really nice things about the endorsers, with the exception of Drew Brees. Now, Drew Brees was an unpaid endorser for 10 years. Then he won the Super Bowl and he became Advocare's national spokesperson. And he does get some compensation for that, which goes to his foundation. But the other endorsers that Advocare has, they use the products not because they're financially compensated to say so. They use the products because they absolutely love them. And they know that the products have had an impact on what they've been able to do with their respective sports. So they're not compensated to say that they use the products. They do get a certain amount of products every year, But what that means to me is that these products work, because these guys could easily be getting million-dollar contracts from other nutritional companies. They have to give all that up to be able to say that they are Advocare endorsers. That means a lot to me, and hopefully that means a lot to you. So everything that Advocare does is to protect you and to protect your reputation. Now, as far as the products, we're not going into detail on every single product. We have 5 different product lines, everything from wellness products, products for active people, like your bars, energy drinks, things that help with weight loss. We have an amazing sports performance line, and we also have the skincare line. Because if you think about it, your skin is the biggest organ in your body, and you want to make sure that you're protecting it from the inside and the outside. So Advocare developed the Supplement Your Skin skincare line to make sure that we have a solution for that. The 24-day challenge is something that you've probably heard of. This is Advocare's flagship program. It is where most people start. So I want to make sure that that's on there, because from a business perspective, you want to make sure that you have something that is ready to go, that is easy to follow. Because let's be honest, you know, my background is as a trainer, gym owner for the last 10 years. We actually sold it in March. But we don't want people to think that, oh, well, you got to be a trainer to know all this stuff. No, that's what the PsyMed board is for. That's why there's so much training on the Advocare website. You know, Tanya doesn't have that background in training or nutrition, but she has helped so many people improve their health and wellness through the Advocare products. And it all started with the 24-day challenge, learning how those products impacted her so she could better help other people. And so there's just amazing solutions for people at every age and every walk of life, and you can now provide that to them. So let's talk about the business opportunity. You know, what we want to do as we're going through the rest of this presentation is really to have you start thinking in terms of, who do I know? Because this mental list is going to start expanding. And what you'll find out, those who you know also know other people. And that's how you grow. It's truly by word of mouth. Okay, so who do you know that is a heavy coffee or soda drinker, or, you know, is drinking any kind of energy drinks? We have a great solution for them. Those who want to lose weight, 24-day challenge, phenomenal program. But, you know, maybe that's not for everyone. We have other weight loss products. And then, of course, who do you know that really is just down and out and needs something, who is a great person inside that just really hasn't had that opportunity? Well, now you can share Advocare with them. So let's talk about the $79 and what it gets you. Because, again, I really want you to wrap your mind around $79. $79 is what it takes to get started in Advocare. And why is that so important? Well, it's what that $79 represents. So, yeah, you get $60 in product. That's great. That's seed for your business. You also get a bunch of other tools. You get your own Advocare microsite where people can go and place orders. There's training on there for you. So there's a ton of great stuff. But what I want to talk about is on the left side of the screen there. And you may have read or heard of the book by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. In the book, he talks about the cash flow quadrant. Now, there's a lot that goes into this quadrant, but I'm just going to break it down for us tonight in general terms. And I think most of you would agree that we're taught at an early age to go to school and then put in your resume for a 9-to-5 job that gets you benefits, hopefully. It's secure, right? Or, on the other end, we're taught that if you want to be successful, live the American dream, open your own small business. Well, what they don't tell you, though, is that employee jobs are not secure, and most small business fail within the first 2 years and then end up having to file bankruptcy. What you're also not told is that on that side of the quadrant, we only make up 5% of the wealth in the nation. 5%, that's it. You know, those who are on the right side of the quadrant, they count for 95% of the wealth. So we're either building someone else's wealth on the left side and barely getting by ourselves, or we find a way to tap into the right side. And investing is great. You see that on the right side. I highly recommend it. But pay off your debt first. Now, what's the point of paying more in interest than you would be earning by investing in it? You know, it just doesn't make sense, at least to me. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's my recommendation. Pay off your debt first, and then start investing. But let's look at that top right. How do you get into that quadrant? The reality is big business requires a substantial investment up front, much more than the average person can invest. But the great news is that you can be part of that quadrant because it's already been done for you. Advocare and the founder, Charlie Regis, they made the investment. They put in over 21 years of research, development, blood, sweat, and tears. Also, we can benefit and earn whatever income that we desire. And we can be part of that right quadrant. There truly is no limit. Now, I was a small business owner, and when Advocare entered our lives, Tanya was an employee. We feel blessed to have been introduced to Advocare and so happy we had the vision for what's possible, because I can tell you this, I spent well over $100,000 building my business, and I never wrote myself a paycheck. Within 2 years, Advocare was paying us more than my small business, and it took me 10 years to build that business at that point. So it was then that we saw what this could be. And it doesn't hurt that Advocare takes care of all that stuff on the right and so much more, but think about the packaging and the shipping of the products. We don't have to do any of that. Customer service, there's an 800 number. Any issues you have, your customers, yourself, your distributors, they can call customer service and get the answers they need from a live person. The website's created for you, all the e-commerce, the marketing materials, the relationships with the endorsers, Sign Med Board, all this stuff is done for you so that your job can be easy. If you can think about it, where else for $79 can you get all this and get so much opportunity? It is just not out there. So this is an amazing opportunity for anyone to get in at a very low investment and be able to do amazing things. Now, I want to hang out on this slide just for a second here, and I want to hang out on that first level, silver. Silver means earning an extra $1,000 or so a month. And for me, that meant a lot. That meant instead of working 60+ hours a week, I could reduce that to 40 hours in my business. And to me, that was huge because what it meant was that I had more time with the person that I loved and would eventually marry. I can say with 100% certainty that if things didn't change, our relationship was going down a bad road. We've been blessed to have moved up the ladder. But what's great about that is the only way that we're able to do that is if we have people coming along with us. Friends of ours, Brandon and Olivia showed, they actually joined our team about 2 years ago, but decided just a few months ago to be intentional about the business. And their team is growing like wildfire. Erica down in Louisiana, she's got a great team that's building it, and there's so much possibility out there, and so many other teammates that I could go on and on about, but all of them were so excited, and we look, for those who really just want to be able to do this type of business, help others, and create a lifestyle that they were meant to be in. And we're looking for those people who want to lock arms with them to help them as well. And that's really what these incomes represent. It's lives that are changed forever. And this is real money. All these numbers that you see on here is the average at each level that distributors are being paid. Okay, so choose. What color do you want to be? I know for Tanya and I, eventually we want to be in the black, and we know that we can get there because we've seen it. Everything that we're doing right now is the same stuff that I'm about to explain to you. Nothing that we've done to get to the point we are is any different than what it took to get to silver. We're just talking to more people and we're helping more. That's the only difference. So let's talk about how we get paid. I'm going to go over each one of these individually. But the first thing that I just want to point out on this, and we're going to talk more at the advisor level. And the advisor level is the highest discount level in Advocare, and it also opens up all 5 ways that we get paid. So you have multiple streams of income. But again, let's hang out at that $79 level for right now. For $79, you can earn income the first two ways, through retail profit and wholesale commissions. So again, for a very minimal investment, if you want to get started, there's two ways that you can earn, and we will help you get to the advisor level. We'll talk more about that in a minute here. So let's talk about how we get paid. Number one is retail profits. So again, we're going to say you're at the advisor level, 40% profit. So you have a friend that says, you know, John, I just need to lose some weight. I've heard about this 24-day challenge. What do I need to do? So they order a 24-day challenge from you, which retails right around $190. At 40% profit, that's $75 in your pocket. That's one 24-day challenge. And I can tell you this, your job, once somebody orders, doesn't stop there. It actually begins, because your job is to help coach them through that challenge to make sure that they get the best possible results. But also, if they have any questions or they need anything, you're there to answer their questions and hold them accountable. And if you look over here, people can order directly from your website. You're going to have your own advocare.com/an ID number, and that is open 24/7. What I absolutely love about that is we can go on vacation and people can still go to our website and place an order. And we're getting paid on vacation. I love it. Now, let's say they don't have your website. You're on vacation. They can't get a hold of you. Well, they call customer service. They tell them your name, and customer service can go ahead and place the order for you or for them. And of course, they can buy directly from you, either paying cash or check. And if you want to accept credit cards, there's great apps like Square. Get the Square register. It's free. You get the little reader for free. They charge 2.75% of each transaction. There's no minimum requirements. There's no monthly fees. And trust me, from a business owner, 2.75% for a transaction is a great rate. So I would highly recommend that. That will allow you to be able to really sell more product, because most people don't carry cash around anymore, and they're not using checks. They're using their debit or their credit card. Okay, so that's how they can order products from you. So that's retail profits. Think about it. 10 people. Who do you know? 10 people that need energy, need weight loss. Buy a 24-day challenge. It's $750 in your pocket. And that's not to mention the income that you're going to get from when they continue on product, because most people do. And on average, they spend between $75 and $100 each time they place an order. Okay, so let's examine that. They may stay at retail. They only want to be a retail customer. But let's say you have a friend who did the 24-day challenge. Like this guy here, he got great results. And he said, hey, I'm going to continue on some product here. I want to do the Spark, the M&S, and some Thermo Plus. I heard about this discount option. What is that? So you explain what the discount is. They enroll as a wholesale customer. Now they're earning a 20% discount, or they're getting a 20% discount on their products. What that means is you now earn the difference between their discount and yours. So since you're at the 40% advisor level, your difference is 20%. So they save 20%, you earn 20%. So if they order $100, your friend is going to save $20, so it's going to cost them $80, and you're going to go ahead and pocket $20. Now, $20 may not seem like a lot. For some, that's a tank of gas, and I think that is awesome. But again, it's multiplying this. Is how many times are they going to be placing order? Usually it's monthly. So you're going to get that from that one person monthly. Now you start adding more and more people to this scenario, and you can imagine where the income can go. And we always like to say your paycheck is just a scorecard of how many people that you're helping. The more people you help, the bigger your paycheck. Okay, so that's ways number 1 and 2 of how we get paid. Now, number 3 and 4, I'm going to combine, because the last thing I want to do is overwhelm anyone. I know when I first was taught override and leaderships, it really didn't make a whole lot of sense. But I knew our friends Matt and Amber, they were earning at the time between $25,000 and $30,000 a month. And I said, hey, look, if they can do that, we can do at least $3,000, right? And I know I can help other people, and we can earn some of this stuff. So I didn't really try and study it too much. I kind of took a leap of faith. But this is what I want to show you, is overrides and leaderships are once you get somebody who also sees it like you do and wants to become a business builder. So they now get to that 40% level. So there's no difference between your discounts anymore. 40% for you, 40% for them. So anytime an order goes through them, you now earn overrides. And that is a percentage at 7% of the volume that comes in through your advisors. Now, what's great about this is where the residual income starts, because these are people who see it like you do and are talking to people and helping others. Okay, these are people who are building their own business. It's kind of like your own franchise, your own Advocare franchise. You're just kind of there to help guide them, teach them what you learned and how to build the business, and then allow them to do that. Now, ideally, you're doing this with multiple people. And here's what we recommend. If you're looking at this as a business opportunity and you want to get to that Ruby level, which you can see on there is around $80,000 per year, look for 3 people. 3 people who get it like you do, and you help them build their business. And you can start earning leadership bonuses, and that's an additional percentage on top of your overrides for helping your team. Advocare recognizes you as a leader and pays you accordingly. And both of these, overrides and leadership bonuses, you can kind of look at this as not just a bonus, but like a pay raise at your current job. Hey, how often can you get a pay raise at your current job? I know many people that I talk to are good friends who work at the state, haven't had a raise in 7 years. And there's no outlook that they're going to be getting anything anytime soon. With Advocare, more people you talk to, more people you help, you can get raises every single day. It's completely up to you. You are the only variable in this business. Everything is done for you. It works. It's tried and true. There's no second guessing it. There's nothing funny. It works. The only issue is, are you going to go to work? Okay, so overrides and leadership is where that residual comes in, and where the bulk of those who are earning a lot of money in Advocare, that's where they make their money. Overrides and leadership bonuses, helping more people. Now, as a new advisor, you can also earn a rookie bonus. So the 5th way that we get paid are through additional bonuses and also trips. So Advocare has 2 trips a year that they put together, 5-star all the way. You don't pay a dime from the time you leave your house to the time you get back home. Advocare takes care of it all. And they, trust me, they take great care of you. And we've seen these trips. We've had friends that have been on them. Absolutely amazing trips. And then the rookie bonuses. Rookie bonuses are geared, again, just to kind of help you, because while this is a simple system, again, it's not easy. You have to get out there and talk to people. But hey, if you hit these 3 requirements, Advocare pays you an extra $500 on top of what you're earning just to help people. And we've had several people on our team be able to get these rookie bonuses, and we will help you as well. And whoever got you on this webinar is going to help you earn that rookie bonus, because it's just awesome to see what that money can do. And especially this time of year, think about what an extra $500 can do to help pay for a really nice Christmas, or maybe just pay off the credit cards that you're going to put your presents on for Black Friday. But anything is possible with this. It's just, what are you willing to do? Now, let's look at some startup comparisons, because I find this slide really interesting, because when I looked at it, a lot of people think McDonald's, great business to be in, always profitable. And you're right, they're profitable. I've not seen a McDonald's go out of business. But the initial investment, $1.5 million. And what I found out, not only is there 840 training hours and you have to lease equipment and you have employees and all the headaches of that stuff, but the average McDonald's owner earns between $150,000 and $200,000 a year. Okay, they had to invest $1.5 million just to open it, and they're only making a fraction of that back. So it's going to take them a long time to pay back that $1.5 million before they're ever actually paying themselves. But with Advocare, it's less than 1% of all of those together average. And training hours, it says 0 on there, but let's be real. If you're building a business, there's going to be some training involved, but it's not training that you have to go to. You do it on your own time, but you don't have to lease any equipment or space. You don't have any employees, and the other thing too is you don't have a boss. You may have somebody who introduces you to Advocare and they lock arms with you and they help you learn how to build a business and they help you talk to people, but that is not your boss. Okay, that is your friend, that is your confidant in Advocare, and it's somebody that is going to help lift you up. Okay, but truly, it's up to you. And remember, $79 gets you started. So you can see the kit right there. And that's what we tell people. Look, if you're serious about doing this, you want to help people, you want to earn some income, get the distributor kit. There's actually over $50 in product samples in there because you get a box of Slam and a box of Spark. It's almost $60. You get some sales aids, you get some tools, and you get your website. And I'm going to show you here in a second how awesome that website is. There's so many tools on it. And then there's the different discounts amount. So at the $79, you get a 20% discount. You never have to buy anything ever again. That's fine. There's a $50 renewal fee every year, no matter what percentage that you're at. If you enter in at a $500 retail order, that actually bumps you up to 25% discount. For anybody who is serious about building a business, we recommend getting there. It's like 2 24-day challenges, some extra Spark for sampling. And then there's the next two. So if you place a $1,500 order, it's a 30% discount. And then a $3,000 retail order is at 40%. I'm going to explain the 40% level just a little bit more, because again, that is the pivotal point where you're at the advisor level, highest discount. You open up all 5 ways of getting paid. So there's 2 ways that you can do this. One is what we call the advisor investment, and this truly is the best way. And if you can do this, I recommend it. And here's why. You get $3,000 worth of product. That's $3,000 in product that you're going to get out to the marketplace, help build some success stories. It's a product that you're going to use yourself. You need to be a product of the product, so you want to order some product as well. And it's seed to get out into the marketplace for people to start talking and knowing what you're doing. But your investment's $2,100. Okay, so you initially save 30% off that order, and then you're at the 40% discount level for life. So now anytime somebody orders from you, you're getting the maximum profit from it, instead of starting off at 20 and then getting the 25, then 30, then 40. Okay, so you can get to the highest discount level faster, and you can do this right away at any point. The one thing that made this okay for Tanya and I, because initially we really didn't have the $2,100. Remember, I never paid myself when I had the business. It all went back into the business and obviously paid for rent and all that. But having the 12-month satisfaction guarantee was huge, because that meant I can put it on a credit card. If I didn't get it paid off in that first month, I can bet you anything Tanya was going to make me return all that unused product so I could get a refund on it. But that's what Advocare will do, is if you say, hey, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm all in. I'm going to work with the person who introduced Advocare to me. I'm going to help more people, and I'm going to make this a go. I'm going to do this advisor investment. You help 12 people get on the 24-day challenge. That is going to recoup your investment on that product. Actually, it'll give you some profit. Anything above and beyond that is just gravy. I mean, that's the icing on the cake, right? So you have 12 months to be able to get out of the red and into the black. I don't know any other business. I know very few products that would give you a 12-month satisfaction guarantee. Usually it's 30, 60, 90 days. But Advocare says our products work, our system works, and the opportunity is real. The only variable, again, is you. Are you talking to enough people? And if life gets in the way, trust me, we know that. It happens. Now, in our 4.5 years of being distributors, we have not had anybody return their advisor order. In fact, most advisor orders get sold within the first month and a half. So think about that. In the first month and a half, you can earn almost $900. And then everything from there is going to be profit. So just, again, wrap your head around that $79 investment. Get started. $3,000 worth of product for $2,100, seed for your business. Let's be honest. Would you open up a shoe store with no shoes and just tell people, well, just go to the website and place an order? No. You would have shoes on hand because somebody says, hey, I want those new Jordans. You've got the Jordans in stock. Well, Advocare is the Jordans of the nutritional industry, and they're going to want it right then and there. So why not have some product on hand? And again, if that is too much for you, you can go in at half. You can do that $1,500 order or any variation of it. You're going to get a 30% discount, and you can still work your way to advisor. So you can see on the right-hand side, over a period of 3 pay periods, which pay periods in Advocare are about every 2 weeks. They end on the first and third Tuesday of each month. So I recommend that you look at your calendar if you're going to work your way to advisor and plan it out. You know, see when those dates are, because one of the keys is you have to have at least $500 in retail volume in each one of those pay periods. So you can hit it in 1 pay period, you can do it 2, or you can take all 3 to get to the $3,000 in retail volume. That can come from people going to your website placing orders. It can come from your own personal purchases, or it can be people who enroll to get the discount or to become a business builder. That volume is also going to account for the $3,000. So it doesn't have to come from your pocket. You just need to get out there and talk to people. So Advocare made it so easy to get to this advisor level. And if you really want to get there, it's not hard, trust me. And so many people who could not afford the $2,100 no matter what they tried to do. It just wasn't happening. So we just got out there and we started talking to as many people as possible. But the advisor level is going to help you maximize your discount and also maximize your profits. And profits are so much better than wages. I can tell you that. And with a 12-month satisfaction guarantee, you can't find that anywhere else. So we're going to start winding this down here. This is the last slide, so I appreciate you guys being on. If you want to get started, here's what you'll want to do is first and foremost become a distributor. What you'll do is you'll contact the person who invited you tonight, ask them for their specific Advocare website, click on Become a Distributor, enter your information, pay your $79. They're going to ship you out your distributor kit. You'll get it in a couple days. I also recommend that you go ahead and get started on some of the products. Decide what you want to do depending on your goal. 24-day challenge, great place to start because that's where most people start, and it's good to be able to talk to them about how you felt so you have that experience. But at the minimum, our 2 top sellers, Spark and M&S. So you might just want to get on those 2 products. This is a great time of year to get Carbies and Phibotrim, help block some of the fat and the carbs from the meals that you're eating, just in case. But then again, you know, make a list of people that you want to help. Make sure you clearly define your purpose of why you're doing Advocare. What is it that you want to get out of that? And talk to your sponsor, the person who invited you to hear this tonight. Talk to them about why you're doing Advocare, because that's going to help them understand what they need to do to help you and be able to get the most out of it. Get to advisor as quickly as possible, whatever that means. If it means you have to work your way or you're going to go ahead and do the advisor order, just let your sponsor know. And again, they're going to go to work with you. So it's not like you're doing this alone. So in Advocare, you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. You have a team that is willing and ready to help you. You know, we tell our team all the time, we're unemployed until you put somebody on the phone with us, or you ask us questions, or you need help. And we want to be employed, so put us to work. And you know, the last thing that I like to share is on the right-hand side. There's 3 main questions that I like to ask is, do you love what you do? Do you get paid what you're worth? And are you going to do that the rest of your life? If you can say yes to all of those, look, Advocare may not be for you unless you just want to earn some extra income. But yeah, the products definitely are. Now, if you said no to any one of those, why not Advocare? Why not give it a shot? It's such a small investment for such a high reward. And I know for me, I loved what I did when I actually figured out the time and what I earned. I wasn't getting paid what I was worth, and I knew I couldn't do that the rest of my life. So Advocare was an amazing opportunity for myself and for Tanya. So really, it's all about a decision. What are you going to do? You need to decide that, because that's really what it all comes down to. So what I wanted to do now, because I know I had said I was going to show you just very quickly the Advocare microsite, because it's really cool. And again, this is just going to help solidify your belief in being able to truly make this a business and be able to earn income from it, because of what's on that site is absolutely amazing. So give me a second here. All right. I am going to pull up the site. Take me a second. And there we are. Okay, so this is our personal Advocare site. So let's say we invited you to this webinar and you wanted to go ahead and enroll. Just click on Become a Distributor. It'll talk about the kit. Click on Become a Distributor and then enter your stuff. Okay, that's just that real quick. But what I want to show you is once you're a distributor in Advocare, whether you're at the 20% level or you're at the 40% level, this is kind of the back end of it. And what you've got on here are some amazing tools. So first is this learning, and there's what's called the training room. The training room has tons of videos that will help you get started, help you learning why people need supplementation, who the Scientific and Medical Advisory Board are, the 4 ways to engage with Advocare, so those 4 relationships we talked about, 5 ways we get paid. There's product training on here. You want to learn about the 24-day challenge? It is there. Why is Advocare different than everything else that's out there? It's on it. There's also business training. This business training is from some of the top income earners in Advocare, along with corporate staff who do an amazing job at ensuring the training that you get is exactly what you need to be successful. And one of the things that Advocare is so adamant about, and they pour so much into their distributors, is personal development. So there's some great videos in here by world-known leaders in personal development. Andy Andrews, amazing author and just an amazing person. But things that are going to help you develop yourself, because one of the biggest things is making sure that you are the best version of yourself. You can have the greatest products behind you, the greatest business opportunity, but if you're a person of poor character, or maybe even just not great character, that's something that you'll want to work on, and you can do that. Advocare is a level playing field for everyone. Nobody is better than anyone. Nobody starts in Advocare with a diamond distributor kit. We all start with that $79 distributor kit and the same opportunity. So it doesn't matter your background, your history, none of that matters. What matters is, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to give up to be able to have everything that you want later on in life? Now, that's what it's all about. Now, the other thing is there's this calendar function on here. And now for us, because we live in Ohio, it automatically pulls up Ohio, and it talks or shows the different trainings that are going on for the month of November. And then we can scroll over and, well, okay, so there's no events in here, but there is one on December 15th actually here in Columbus. But all the corporate events are listed on here. There's also AdvoNation. AdvoNation is a corporate event. It's training from the top income earners in the company. There's 11 cities around the nation, and you'll want to register for this as soon as possible. As you can see, Dallas, Texas has actually already sold out. It is the weekend of January 10th for these top 6, and then the other 5 January 17th. So if you're in Columbus or the Ohio area, you're going to want to get to this Cincinnati training. It's a one-day event, so you can just drive there that day, drive back home, or just get a hotel room for the night. But this is something that, again, if you're serious about building an Advocare business, you want to get your ticket to this. You have to be a distributor, so make sure that you enroll. And then the other part of this, you'll see there's tons of different reports, other tools that you can use, so many things to help you be successful in your Advocare business. Okay, the last thing that I want to show you is, and there's a lot of other sites out there, but advocaretraining.com is a great one, because if you go to the events list, this website will actually highlight even more events, because this site is by distributors. So you're going to have events that go outside of just the corporate staff events. So you can look at your city, your state, and see what's going on. You can see just here in December, there's so many events, and there's many more that will be coming. So guys, I hope that helps you. There's so many aspects of Advocare that just make it a business that's worthwhile. And again, it comes down to a decision. Are you willing to make that small investment, not only the $79 or even doing the $2,100 for the advisor order? Are you willing to make that investment in time? And by time, I mean, doesn't mean you have to give up one of your favorite shows. DVR it. You know, maybe on Sundays, you and your family, whatever it may be, you have specific times that you've set up that you watch those shows. Devote that time. And then the other times, maybe 1 hour every other day. You know, if you spend 3 to 5 hours a week, you can build a significant income in Advocare. But you just need to make sure that you're willing to do that, and that you lock arms with the person who invited you tonight, and you get started. There's no reason not to start today. Don't wait till, well, Thanksgiving has to come, and then Christmas. Well, I'll start in the new year, and then something else comes up. Okay? Start today. If you're serious, make the investment, and then start talking to the person who invited you tonight about what your goals are and what you want to achieve, and set up a plan to do that. So with that, guys, I appreciate you being on. I don't see any questions on the board, so hopefully we covered enough. If you want more detailed printout or write out of the ways we get paid, feel free to ask. We're always here to help. You can check us out on Facebook. You can email us, call us, whatever you need, we're here for you. But with that, have a great night. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a great Christmas, holidays, and have a great New Year as well. We look forward to seeing your success in 2015. Have a great night.